This is Kitco News special coverage of the Future Minerals Forum.
Hello and welcome back to Kitco Mining here at the Future Minerals Forum in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia with me, Paul Harris. Joining me today is someone I've been looking forward to interviewing for a long time, Maximo Pacheco, Chair of Codelco. Maximo, welcome to Kitco.
Thanks, Paul. I was expecting this interview to be in Spanish.
Bueno, podemos hacerlo, pero maybe we'll do that another time. We're here at the Future Minerals Forum. It's my first time here. The vibe is absolutely amazing. It's quite electric. What is your perception of the event?
Well, first of all, thanks for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here. And I'm 71 years old, and I have never ever before been in a conference with 24,000 people. It's such a massive event. The scale of the event is incredible. And obviously, you can realize that here we have people coming from all over the world signaling that the mining industry will only continue to grow and develop with cooperation, collaboration, and a lot of dialogue between government and the industry. So I think this is a very important event because our business is a long-term business, and what we are doing here is mainly sharing a vision of where things are moving in terms of the economy, in terms of the politics, and in terms of the future of the world.
Now, through this event, Saudi Arabia is showing it's making a big push to become a key player in the mining industry. Now, in the past, Codelco has worked with international partners, such as China Minmetals, for example, to develop its projects. Is a partnership with the Saudi government something Codelco will perhaps consider in the future?
Well, Codelco is 53 years old. We started with our traditional mines in Chile in 1971, and then we developed new mines. And now, in the last decades or so, we've been growing and developing through joint ventures. We are partners with Anglo American in Chile. We are partners with Rio Tinto in Nuevo Cobre. We are partners with Tech in Quebrada Blanca. We are more and more building partnerships because we strongly believe that we can have parties involved in collaboration that bring different contributions to the business. So for us, the opportunity of understanding where the Kingdom of Saudi is going and what is it that they have as a vision is very important. And obviously, we are prepared to develop those opportunities jointly.
Okay. At the moment, Codelco is undertaking a substantial investment program in its structural projects. Originally, that was a $40 billion program. It's been reconfigured a few times since then. How is that program progressing? What is the annual rate of investment by the company?
Well, we just closed 2024, and our CapEx, or capital budget, or the execution of our capital expenditure in 2024 was $5.5 billion. So I don't think there is any other company in the world that invests this amount in copper. We are, I think, the number one company in the world investing in copper because all of this money is being invested in copper, since Codelco is mainly a copper company, evolving now to the lithium business through joint ventures as well. We are starting this year a joint venture with SQM for lithium in the salt flat of Atacama, and we are also selecting a partner, and this decision is going to be made in the first quarter of this year, where we are going to select a partner for this salt flat of Maricunga. So more and more, I think, we are investing money in copper and in lithium. So our $40 billion capex that you mentioned is in place. We are doing lots of good progress. We have structural projects, as you mentioned, to extend the life of our Chuquicamata mine, to extend the life of our Andina mine, to extend the life of Salvador mine, and to extend the life of Teniente. So clearly, we have the copper. The copper is there, and that is the base of our business, but we need to develop it, and that requires a lot of investment.
When will the structural program be completed?
Well, at this stage, we are in the ramp-up of Salvador, we are in the ramp-up of Chuquicamata, we are in the ramp-up of Andina, and I think at this stage, my guess is that we will always be developing our mines, because we know that this is a non-renewable resource. So if we want really to have a company for the next 50 years, we need to continue to invest, and therefore we are going to finish with the structural projects that we have now, and the ramp-up of them will probably end by the end of this year, but we have more projects in our pipeline.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the balance sheet. You've recently raised another $1.5 billion in bonds. At the end of 2023, the company had debt of more than $20 billion. As a state company, most of your profits you deliver to the state. What is the shape of the balance sheet today? Do you have more capacity to sustain debt?
Well, I mean, people speak a lot about our debt, but the markets are very positive about it. As you mentioned, we just issued $1.5 billion in bonds, and we got 5.5 times more than what we were requesting in terms of volume. So it was oversubscribed. So that tells you of the appetite of the financial markets for Chile, for copper, and for Codelco.
Codelco notes are the definition of blue chip.
Well, absolutely, and we feel very happy about that, especially because, you know, when you're in business, you have like two levels. The first level, or the first floor of the business is your operations. You need to operate well, you need to be cost efficient, you need to be efficient in your operations, and you have to assure the continuity of your operation. But the second level, or the second floor of this, is the projects that you have. And for us, it's a privilege to be in a company where we have a very significant and very valuable portfolio of projects. So at this stage, when we have projects that are very profitable, funding them with money that comes from the market is the obvious way of doing it. So we feel very good about the funding, because we feel very good about our project portfolio. We will continue to have a very valuable portfolio of projects because of our mining base. We own, or we have, 5% of the total copper reserves of the world as Codelco. And that is what allows us to have projects and go to the markets to fund them.
Now, you said that the structural investment program, that's coming to a completion at the end of this year. You're talking about
the four structural projects.
You've got the portfolio of projects. So once the structural projects are completed, what will the company turn its attention to then? What will be the next development projects coming along?
Well, we do have projects in Radomiro Tomic for leaching. We have projects in Ministroales for the extension of life of Ministroales, and we have also lithium projects. So I think the portfolio of projects that Codelco has is one of its strengths.
Let's finish talking a little bit about the copper price, if I may. The copper price has remained stubbornly around, let's say, $4 per pound for the past couple of years. What do you think is holding the copper price back? Will this year be the year where it breaks out much higher?
Well, what I know is that the future of the world is more electrical. The world needs to be more electrical because we are in the decarbonization of the economy, because we are in an energy transition. And if you believe that the world of the future will be more electrical, the best conductor of electricity is copper. You can conduct electricity with other metals. You can conduct it with gold, but at a different cost.
Yes.
So clearly, I think the world needs more copper, and it's obvious to me that if there is a strong demand of copper, that means that the world will pay for it. So hopefully, we're also going to see copper prices continue in a good shape and continue going up.
Well, let's hope so. Maximo Pacheco, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Paul, for this opportunity, and thanks for your time.
We have a lot more to come from the Future Minerals Forum in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, so stay tuned to Kitco Mining. I'm Paul Harris, and this is Kitco Mining.
This is Kitco News special coverage of the Future Minerals Forum.